The objective for this video is to learn how to identify Type 1 and Type 2 errors in hypothesis testing. For the 2015-2016 academic year, the mean score for all takers of the ACT was 21.0. The standard deviation was 5.4. A superintendent of a large school district claims that the students in her district score higher on the ACT than the national average. Recall that the null hypothesis states that there is no difference between a population parameter and a specific value. In this case, that would be the population mean for all students in this school district and the mean score for all takers of the ACT, 21.0. The alternative hypothesis will suggest that a difference does exist. In this case, the claim is that the students in her district score higher. So therefore, the alternative hypothesis will be that the population mean is greater than 21.0. In this case, the claim appears in the alternative hypothesis. Once these hypotheses have been formulated, data will be gathered and calculations will be made to assist in making a decision regarding these hypotheses. In reality, there are two things that are possible regarding the null hypothesis. Either the null hypothesis is true, or the null hypothesis is false. Let's organize all possible outcomes for this test in a table. Once the test has been conducted, one of two things will happen. The null hypothesis will be rejected, or the null hypothesis will not be rejected. If the null hypothesis is false, and it is rejected, then a correct decision has been made. If the null hypothesis is true, and it was not rejected, then again a correct decision has been made. But if the null hypothesis is true and it is rejected, then a type 1 error has been committed. If the null hypothesis is false and it is not rejected, then a type 2 error has been committed. A type 1 error occurs if you reject the null hypothesis when it is true. In this case, if the researcher concludes that the mean ACT score for students of this district is greater than that of all takers when there is actually no difference, then a type 1 error has been committed. A type 2 error occurs if you do not reject the null hypothesis when it is false. In this case, if the researcher concludes that the mean ACT score for students of this district is the same as that of all takers when actually it is greater, then a type 2 error has been committed. In this video, we learned how to identify type 1 and type 2 errors in hypothesis testing.